Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Divine and in this video today we'll be recreating this dress. So these are the materials I'll be working with and also the measurements we'll be using for today's tutorial. So the first thing I'll be getting here is our chest line of 9.25 inches. After which I'll get our apex of 10.5 inches. Then also I'll get our waistline of 15.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark these points on the other side so I can get a straight line. So now I'll use my pattern curve to draw a straight line. The next thing I'll be doing now is to get my hip line of 9 inches from the waist. So if I'll also mark it on the other side and draw a straight line. So I'm going to label the lines so we don't get confused. Our chest line, our apex, our waist, and our hip line. So now I'll be marking our bust span, our nipple to nipple points on each of the lines so I can get a straight line. I'll be marking that point from the apex to the length of the dress. The next thing I'll be marking now is our shoulder measurement, and I'll be marking it on our shoulder line and on our chest line and draw a straight line. Then I'll mark our bust measurement of 8.25 with 1.5 inches allowance for ease. I'll also go ahead now and mark our hip line. Then here I'm marking the full gown length, that is where the middle part of our dress will stop, which is 29 inches. So on that 29 inches now, I'm going to mark our hip measurement divided by 4 also, plus 4 inches allowance for ease. Then I'll connect the point from the gown length to the chest line, where we marked our bust measurement plus the 1.5 inch ease allowance. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll be coming down by 1 inch on our shoulder slope to get our armhole curve. Then I'll be marking our neckline of 3.5 inches and a depth of 8.25 inches. Then I'll connect using my pattern curve to get a V neckline. Then I'll also connect my shoulder slope. So the next thing I'll be doing now, I'll be getting the points coming down by 5 inches from my apex to get the V shape on the middle of our dress. So I'll connect it nicely. Then from the hip line now, I'll be coming down by 2 inches and making a curve to connect back to the gown full length. This is because the middle part of our front piece is shorter than the sides. That's why we're making this curve. So the next thing I'll be doing now, I'll be using my tracing wheel to trace out all the marks on this pattern paper so it can reflect on the other side. Then I'll go ahead and draw out the same markings. Now if you can see, our neckline is not a middle V neckline. So I'm going to go to the side by 1.5 inches and reconnect the neckline. So this will be our new neckline now, a side V neckline. So that's what we have here. So I'll be cutting out now. So this is what we have. I'll also cut out the upper parts, which will be with the pink fabric. Then this other part will be the dark blue colored fabric. Then I'm also going to cut through the bust span line there, where I'll be doing slash and spread. So I'm going to place a sheet of paper under and tape one side. Then I'm going to be spreading by 4.5 inches. So after taping down, I'll mark 4.5 inches so I can get the amount of spread I'll be needing. And I'll tape the other side also. I'll mark 4.5 inches also and tape it down. Then I'm going to cut out the excess paper. So this is what we have for our middle piece. So for the back pattern now, I'll be coming down by the same 9.25 for our chest line. Then our waist of 15.5 inches. Then I'll draw a straight line. I'll get our hip line too of 9 inches and draw a straight line. I'll also get our full gown length of 29 inches and draw a straight line also. So I'll go ahead and label each line: our chest line, our waist, our hip, and our gown length. Then I'm going to mark our shoulder measurement of 16 inches divided by 2 and draw a straight line. Then I'll mark our bust measurement of 8.25 plus 1.5 inches is. I'll also do that on our gown length. Our hip divided by 4 plus 4 inches. That's 14 inches. Then I'll be connecting that point to our chest line. Now I'm going to mark our bust span also on the back pattern. And I'm coming down by the same, by 10.5, which I used at the front for the apex also. That's where my bust span line will be stopping, on the apex line. So now I'm going to get our back neckline also of 3.5 inches by 2 inches and draw out the curve. Then I'll connect our shoulder slope. I'll come down by 1 inch and connect it to the neckline. Then I'll divide our shoulder by 2 and connect the points together. So now I'm going to cut out. So I'll label this our back yoke. Now I'm also going to cut through our bust span so I can also slash and spread. I'll put a piece of paper underneath and tape one side down. Then I'll be spreading by 4.5 inches also, and I'll tape down. Then I'll cut out the excess paper. So this is what we have for our back pattern. So these are the fabrics I'll be working with today. I'll go ahead and fold my pink fabric into two and place my front yoke on it. I'm going to pin it down so it does not move out of place. Then add half an inch sewing allowance all round. But on the side, I'll be adding allowance of 1 inch. Then I'll go ahead and cut. So this is what we have. So now I'll be folding my blue material into two parts. And making sure the side on fold on my pattern is also on fold on the fabric. Then I'm going to pin down also. Then I'll go ahead and add sewing allowance of half an inch on the up and the down. Then on the side I'll be adding 1 inch sewing allowance. I'll go ahead and cut now. So this is what we have for our middle piece. Then for the lower part of our dress, I'll fold my 2 yards of light blue fabric, sky blue fabric, into two and cut. So now I'm having 2 yards for the front, 2 yards for the back. Then I'll fold my pink fabric again into 4 so I can get my back yoke. I'm going to pin down also and add half inch sewing allowance all round, but 1 inch sewing allowance by the side. And I'll go ahead and cut. So this is what we have. Now for the back part also, I'll fold my fabric into two and pin, making sure that the center back is on fold also. Then I'm going to add half inch sewing allowance all around, but by the side also I'll be adding 1 inch sewing allowance. I'll chalk it, then I'll go ahead and cut also. So this is what we have for our back. Now for the front yoke, I'll go ahead and sew half an inch to close our neckline. I'll also do the same for our back yoke. I'll close the neckline by half an inch. Then turn it over and match it at the front. You can see what I have. Now I'll place the middle parts together with the front and sew half an inch also. So before sewing this part, I'll make sure I pin properly before sewing it. I'll go ahead and do the same for our back. I'll put a center piece and sew a straight line. Now for the third layer of our dress, I'll run a loose stitch so that I can draw gathers to make it look this way. So I'll be attaching this to the lower part of our dress. So I've gone ahead to do it, and this is what I have. You can see how nice it's coming out. Then I'll place the back piece on the front piece and close the shoulder and sew the shoulder with 1/2 inch. Then I'll also sew the sides with 1 inch all the way. I'll do that also for the other side, 1 inch. So now for the sleeve, I'll fold my sleeve in a bias way and draw my sleeve curve, my armhole curve rather. And make sure my armhole curve is 9.5. I'll be using 9.5 for my armhole curve with 1 inch allowance, that's 10.5. And now I'll be working with a sleeve length of 18 inches. So guys, if you've not subscribed yet to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe and notification bell below so you get updated anytime we post a video on this channel. Thank you. So after marking our sleeve length, I'll go ahead and cut now. Then I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this for our right and left arm. You can see how beautiful it's coming out. I'll fold my fabric again and place the other sleeve I cut out on it so I can cut also. So I have 2 of it. So I'm going to be rolling the hem of this sleeve and make sure I have about 1/2 inch space between where my 1/2 inch elastic can pass through. As you can see, we'll make sure our 1/2 inch elastic can pass through. Then I'll close the sides using 1 inch and go ahead and attach my sleeve to my dress. So after attaching my sleeve to my dress, I'm going to hem the down also. I'll roll the down and you can see what I have here. It looks good and our dress came out so beautiful. Kindly like this video and share. Thank you.